Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for checking in on a Saturday. Not a ton going on in the crypto world today, but just wanted to kind of share some stories I came across today that I thought would be of interest to you all. So, first one is the cost to mine Bitcoin. This is a kind of a very cool graphic. It's obviously hard to read over here on the stream, but I will link this in the description. Basically, the cost in every country across the entire world, what it costs to mine a Bitcoin. And obviously, with the prices going down, kind of sideways right now, but overall going down from last year, a lot of miners are forced to sell their equipment at some points because it's going to cost them more to mine Bitcoin than it is to just not have the equipment at all. So might as well just get rid of it now, buy it back later, hold on to some Bitcoins. Some are selling their Bitcoins. But if you kind of look at the chart here, which is pretty cool, Venezuela is the most expensive country to mine Bitcoin. Cost I think they mean whopping $246,000 to mine a single Bitcoin, meaning the process is far from profitable because energy costs are so high in this country. So miners are putting out about $250,000, right there for one Bitcoin. Looking at the complete opposite end, if you're in Kuwait, it's costing you a little less than $1,400 to mine a single Bitcoin, meaning you're close to a $20,000 profit as a Bitcoin miner. Again, due to the cheap electricity, it says 1 kilowatt hour costs an average of 3 cents. For context, North America, 21 cents a kilowatt hour. Quartz Scientific, one of the miners out there, showing actually in last month, they mined 1,221 Bitcoins self-mine, which is pretty remarkable when you look at they announced this in their July update to their investors. Very, very, very impressive to see that they were able to mine this many Bitcoin with the price fluctuations. Obviously, they're running a very tight ship, smart ownership, and able to weather this sort of market, fluctuations and stay above water, which is very cool for them. Moving on to some real estate, looking at commercial. Hybrid work seems to be an issue for commercial real estate, which I guess a lot of people would assume. You yourself might have a job where you're only going in 2 days a week, 3 days a week, maybe not at all. However, if your company owner, CEO, whatever it might be, leases space, then perhaps they are wasting money each month because there's no one sitting in the office. According to some data from Marcus and Millichamp, which is a one of the biggest commercial real estate brokers in the country, commercial transactions fell 22% in Q2 from a year ago. Obviously, inflation, recession are on the minds of investors, but it's not really a long-term concern. What this the CEO Hissam Naji is saying is the biggest concern for them is the hybrid work environment. So, fitness, childcare, entertainment, motivate workers to come in 3-4 days a week, depending on the company. However, basically, there's a lot of focus to create a reason for people to want to come back into the office space when a lot of them just don't want to. So whether that's pandemic related, maybe they're just, hey, look, it's just much easier. I'm much more efficient. I'm not having to commute to work. It's an hour each way, 2 hours round trip, spend more time with their families. And their owner, boss, whatever it might be, agrees with them that, hey, you know what? We're not paying a lease here. So whatever. But for those who are, there has to be some sort of a strain on them financially, because these triple net leases, they're not able to get out of. They a lot of them can't get out of these contracts that they're in. These once you sign these, some of them are 10 years, and you are just in the middle of paying a lease each month and not able to sort of utilize everything you're paying for. So something to keep an eye on. Obviously, this CEO is, and again, they see it as a bigger concern than inflation or the recession, the R word. Redfin dropped out this tweet earlier. saying that more and more home sellers are dropping prices. Their chief economist said buyers who earlier this year had a race to beat the competition can now take their time touring homes and perhaps even wait to see if sellers drop the price. Again, like I mentioned a lot, you're not seeing these multiple offers where you just put a sign in the front lawn and 10 offers are in your inbox right away. You're seeing people take their time, and they can be choosy right now because there aren't the competition's not there with these interest rates. You can see almost 8% of listings had price drops, which is a pretty big increase if you look at this chart from earlier this year. So this is the 4-week rolling average of homes for sale with price drops, and 8% is not nothing. So, something to keep an eye on. This is from Redfin again. We'll see how this continues on. Maybe rates, there's some relief coming, and if relief continues, maybe we'll see some more buyers jumping in the mix with multiple offers. But sometimes you get one offer on a house, and you just, that it is what it is. Talking about the New York Fed here, and I do talk about credit card debt and things that are lagging. We'll start to see the crunch later on. According to the New York Fed, credit card debt surged by $46 billion last quarter, which is a 13% jump from the prior year, which is the biggest increase in over 2 decades. So Americans opened 233 million new accounts between April and June of this year, the most since 2008. We have roughly 350 million people in this country, the United States. So for 233 new accounts, clearly that's a lot of, credit card activity, credit card debts going up. People are not making their bills. They're not making their payments. They're probably not making their minimum payments in a lot of instances. So we shall see what kind of effect this takes on the economy amidst everything else. But again, people are behind on payments in general. It's just not a good thing. So with that, I hope everyone has a great rest of your night. I will see you on the stream tomorrow. Please like this video if you're seeing value in it, and consider subscribing to my channel. And, any feedback, comments, please feel free to share them with me, and I will see you all tomorrow.